Good morning. My name is Tom. I come to you from northern Maine. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. There's something that I need to set the record straight on about my channel and how to use my channel. I have another channel out there. I won't name the channel and all that. But this channel has taken one of my uploads, taken it out of context. Maybe they just don't understand my channel or don't understand the video. But you can't take one video out of context in my channel. I have around 200 videos that I have been teaching the same thing from day one. Common sense in the bush. The video that has been taken out of context, at least in my view anyways, is old school versus gear. So that's what today's topic is going to be about. That particular video and the approach of this channel anyways towards gear and old school skills. I've got two reasons for you to join this channel and subscribe and hit the notification button. I've been up here at the cabin for 3 weeks. I have spent a lot of time out here at this lean-to, doing anything and everything you can imagine. So you wouldn't want to miss out on any of those videos. So hit the subscribe button, come along. I will always tell you the truth on this channel from this boy's way of looking at things, and that is a common sense approach to the great outdoors. Old school skills versus gear. And the reason I want to set the record straight is this channel is all about old school skills, gear, what gear I think is important, what gear I think is not important. So that's why I wanted to touch on this video, as well as what my channel is about and how to use my channel. The tips and techniques in this channel is all about the great outdoors. But more importantly, they're all about eastern United States, mixed forest, swamps. This isn't a video for you can take out and use tips out of this for desert life. I'm not a desert person. I'm not a mountaineer. I don't hike above the tree line. In my world, I have no use to hike above the tree line. I am a hunter and a gatherer. What that means is above the tree line, there's very little to live on. No game, no firewood, different stuff like that. So that's a whole set of tips and techniques that are not part of this channel. This channel is for a mixed forest on the eastern side of the United States, and particularly in northern Maine. I have been raised and trained in this environment. I know it like the back of my hand, and that's what I try to portray in my videos and on this channel. This channel is for the outdoorsman that finds himself in trouble at the end of a day's hunt, at the end of a day's fishing, or a hiker that has found himself in trouble. This channel, hunters and fishermen, we don't carry a campsite on our back while we hunt. We hunt all day long, at least the hunters that I know. And I consider the hunters that I know the real hunters that make up the hunters that are in the woods. If you're insulted by that, I am truly sorry, but there is a difference between a weekend hunter and someone that spends his entire life out in the bush. And that's what I bring to this channel. I'm not knocking the weekend hunter. I know that everybody has a job and everybody has to work. But that's not the lifestyle that I have chosen or that I have lived. So these techniques that are in here, these are for the guy that gets into trouble late in the day out in these woods. There's no paths out here. There's no painted trees. This is mixed forest. I have brought people up here, and once I get them out into the woods, they're petrified because it's different. you generally can't see more than sometimes 20, 30 feet at a time. You can't see down like some of the videos I've seen where you can see for miles from up on a mountain. That doesn't exist here. You can only see generally what you could throw a baseball. And those are the people, when I bring them up here, they are peeing their pants. And I'd use a little cruder word, but that's about the case that it is. This channel is for the outdoorsman that finds himself out in the bush with very little equipment. Whether you are fishing, hunting, hiking, whatever, this channel is not for the outdoorsman that is packing a campsite on his back everywhere that he goes. This is for the guy that or girl that gets into trouble. And any skills that you can carry up here and in your hands is a skill, is a piece of equipment that you don't need to put in your knapsack. And if you get out here and get into trouble, 9 times out of 10, the people that are in trouble have very little gear with them. That's the person that I am talking to. When I talk about my kit that's on my neck, that's what I'm talking about. This is with me all the time. And that's what I recommend for my viewers. If you are, whether you are new to camping, whether you are new to the outdoors, or you've been around for a while, this is the kit that I lug. A knife, a fire starter, a compass, and over in the campsite over there, I do have a small saw that fits up here. But if you've got this stuff with you, and you've got training in your already in your head and how to and have muscle skills, you know, you've just trained your body to be able to use that knife, or trained your body to be able to use that fire starter. Or the other thing, the really big thing, is you've trained yourself to look around the environment that you are in and say, this, I can use this, I can use that. The wilderness in eastern United States is filled with resources. I don't know what it's like in other parts of the country or other parts of the world, but I can talk about right here, right now, and today. This woods is filled with everything that you need to survive, but you need to learn the common sense, and you need to learn what you're looking at and how you can use it in your survival mode tonight. Like I said, you're not on a camping trip. You're not on a hiking trail. You're not on a hiking thing. You're not on the top of a mountain. You are in mixed forest, and you need to survive the night. This channel in no way, shape, or form is recommending that anyone go out in the bush with no equipment and unprepared for what is out there. This channel is about how to take care of yourself out in the woods, whether you have gear or whether you don't have gear. I want you to go into the woods and be comfortable in your own skills, not in the backpack full of gear that you're lugging. Because all the gear in the world, and I will say this until it'll probably be on my tombstone, all the gear in the world won't protect you and save you if you don't know how to use it at the right time, at the right place, and most of all, have it with you. If the gear is sitting back at camp and you're 2 miles that way, that gear is useless. If you're 2 miles away from your gear, or a mile, or a half a mile, and your gear is sitting back at the campfire, you are in trouble. A lot of people in the past have died in this state 300 yards from the hut top. If they'd only gone just a little bit further, they would have made it. This channel, that's what it's about. I can't say it any clearer than that. It's common sense approach to the great outdoors and be able to use absolutely everything that is out here. It is ours for the taking, and it is ours to survive with. That's what this channel is about. So don't try to make it anything other than that. Old school skills versus gear is only a topic, is only a title. If you go through my channel, you will see gear. You won't see the fancy gear and all the big bags of gear, because a lot of times it's useless. out here in the great outdoors. A good salesman with a good commercial has pushed a whole lot of gear on people, that the people that just went out and all of a sudden found themselves in trouble. There is stuff out here that can even help that person. Now I know the higher ups in this world of whatever you want to call it, of gotcha moments or whatever, they want you to think that you possibly can't survive if you don't have 50 pounds of equipment in your backpack. I'm here to tell you that that's a bull-faced lie. That is a myth. There is stuff out here that you can work with. Do I like having equipment? Of course I like having equipment. But I also can get by with very little. That's what this channel is about. And anyone taking anything different from that needs to go back to the very beginning of my channel and watch the introduction. The introduction video is exactly what I'm saying right now. I have not changed from day one. I have 50 years of experience of boots in the woods. That's what this channel is about. You can read and memorize and buy every book on the planet to how to take care of yourself out here in the bush. Now, I'm not knocking books. I think they're great. But I've thumbed through a lot of these books, read them just like you have. Most of the information I find in them not really that pertinent to the real outdoors, at least here in eastern United States. So you could take from that what you want to. I just don't know what else to put in there. I see a lot of that, they get talking shelters and all that stuff, and boy, you lose me fast, because most of it I feel is pretty ridiculous. And I've done videos on it, so I'm not really going to get into it on this one right now, but follow some of my don't build a shelter videos, and why not? Common sense. Use your noodle. Use your noodle. And I do expect people will take parts of this video and run with it. That just seems to be part of the norm today. But this video is meant to be taken as a whole, just like my channel is meant to be taken as a whole. At the end of this video, I'll put you in some links to more topics about the great state of Maine. There'll be 3 of them. I also have a round circle back there. I'm standing next to a bear. Click that bear if you'd like to subscribe to my channel. Looking forward to meeting you, and come along with me to the state of Maine.